Better late than never. Here I am. It's Thursday, so I'm a bit later than usual, but it's not like I'm working with a deadline here. And week 17's almost upon us, and it's been a fun season. Probably not my favorite season in the history of the NFL or anything. There have been some things that haven't exactly made me all that happy, but, there are some things that are good, too. So that it's pretty much what you would expect from any NFL season. Things aren't going to be perfect. But up here in Seattle, we've wrapped up everything we can wrap up. Nothing left to play for at this point. And this Sunday, we're just going to go out there and, well, I don't know. We'll see when we get there. But, we're going to give backups plenty of PT and just try and stay healthy for the postseason. So, as for the Week 16 game against Baltimore, pretty big win. What you probably would have expected, Baltimore is obviously a weak team at this point that's just seemingly given up on trying. Generally, pretty much everything happened here that I expected in terms of the overall what happened at the end, but I expected to be able to pass the ball better. I think we barely topped 200 yards and threw a couple of picks that were kind of disturbing. A couple of poorly thrown balls, but all in all, the passing game did their job. We spread the ball out to several different receivers, and they made plays. Ultimately, we ran the ball a lot better than I thought. As bad as Baltimore is, they have a pretty good run defense, and I know they were missing Ray Lewis, but they can still play the run reasonably well. So I was happy to see Sean have his best game in a while. He caught a touchdown. He ran for 73 yards. It's nice to see him starting to get back into the swing of things heading into the postseason, so some pretty positive stuff there. Morris and Sean tandemed up well and managed to do a pretty good job running the ball, I felt. And we hit both our field goals, which, it has been a concern lately this season, so happy to see it. 2 for 2. We're going to need that kind of kicking in the playoffs. And defensively, good game. Just a real nice game on our part. We got quarterback pressure. Half the pass plays, it felt like Troy Smith was, had pressure right in his face. And it was great because obviously last week against Carolina, it just wasn't happening. So, Peterson, Tapp, and Kearney all got involved. We forced a couple of fumbles. We didn't get any picks, but we did force fumbles, and turnovers are turnovers. Hill picked one up and took it back all the way. I think it was Brandon Mabane who fell on the other one. Kearney forced both of them, and, he's just been a complete monster. And if he gets a sack and a half this Sunday, that'll be 16 on the year. That's a sack a game, and to me, that's a real special elite milestone to have in a season. I felt we stopped the run pretty well. McGay, he didn't do anything when he was in, and then he broke his ribs and went out. And they were able to run the ball reasonably well with a couple of different guys. Mike Anderson, Musa Smith, Troy Smith ran for a couple of yards here and there. All in all, I felt we did good. Other than the one big pass play we gave up to Derek Mason at the end, which was kind of bad, but at the same time pretty much meaningless. I felt we did a great job. We broke up passes. There were a couple times we dropped a pick. I think Deion Grant had one right in his hands. But other than that one time when Jennings got burned by Mason for the touchdown, I got no complaints. So, pretty solid game in all facets, I felt. I think we did everything I would have wanted us to do. And this week we got Atlanta. And the injury report's looking real clean. We got a special teamer, Kudavides, who's got a banged-up knee, but he could play. Alexander, he's still got the wrist injury. But, that's just going to be there all year, and he's going to play through that. And that is what it is. Deion Branch's calf injury, which just popped up recently, that's a little bit of a concern, but I haven't heard much about it, so I'm guessing he's going to be okay. Walter Jones is just kind of taking a rest because he's old and plays such a physical position. so he's ready to go. Mike Green looks like he's fine, and Rocky Bernard, he's got that groin injury to overcome. Hopefully he's good by the playoffs, and that's about it. So going into Atlanta, I just want to get a good look at players like Leonard Weaver and Ben Obomanu, Will Heller. These are players that might be able to help us in the postseason, even in their backup roles. Baratka Atkins, Kudavides, I guess he's the first linebacker off the bench. Josh Wilson, maybe DJ Hackett gets some time because he's finally healthy for the first time in about a month. Even though our starters might not play, most of this stuff is worth watching. So I don't know if we'll win or not. I just want to see some impressive performances from whoever does play. And that's about all I got to say. So 10-win season. Might get to 11, might not. It's not really important at this point. We got nothing left to play for. We locked up the 3rd seed. I would have rather had the 4th seed as things played out. I would have rather have played the Giants than any other wild card team that could possibly make it. And if we were to get to the 2nd round, I would have rather gone into Dallas than into Green Bay, just because Dallas plays in a dome. But we'll play with the hand we were dealt, and we'll see. We'll see. So that's all I got to say. Just happy things look like they're coming together at the right time. So time to spin around the rest of the league.